Completing installation. With all the panels installed, open the master door fully and run a laser across the edge of the master door to ensure it is plumb and square in the opening. If the door is not plumb, then double check that the pivot holes are aligned as previously demonstrated. When the master door is plumb, then the jamb next to the master door can be set in position and fixed. To ensure the jamb is square, measure the jamb to master door glazing line on the inside and outside of the door. It should be the same on both sides of the door. In the UK, this measurement should be 145 to 146 mm, and in the US it should be 150 mm on the aluminium door and 140 mm on the PVC door. The jamb must be packed square against the master door to ensure the door seals properly. Recheck the measurements. Ensure packers are positioned next to the fixing points and that they are not causing a twist in the jamb position. Take care when fixing the jamb not to damage the side of the master door. We recommend an extension bar to keep the drill chuck clear of the master door panel. Next, check to ensure that the top and bottom track are equidistant from each other at all points. This can be achieved by using a staff which is cut to the exact height of the jamb, or using a 6 mm packer to measure the gap between the top of the sliding panels and the top track. This should be 6 mm along the length of the door. At this point, check that all panels are square in the track. Check along the bottom of each panel and up one side using a laser level. If any panel is not level, check the width of the panels are consistent, check the height of the panel, and check the panel is square by measuring corner to corner on each side. If the panel widths or heights are inconsistent, then contact the factory. Slide the first panel to the kick or lifted position just prior to opening the panel. At this point, there should be a 3 mm gap between the top of the door and the top track. By depressing the finger bolt, you should feel the door open without resistance. If the door is clashing with the head or snagging on the bottom track, adjust the lifting block on the bottom track using a 3/16 Allen key and a wrench to increase or decrease the lift as required. When the correct lift is achieved, lock off the nut in position. When all panels are square, close the doors and set the slide jamb, ensuring that the master door to keep door glazing line separation is 164 to 165 mm in the UK. In the US, this measurement should be 174 mm on the aluminium door and 160 mm on the PVC door. With these measurements confirmed, set the sliding door jamb exactly the same way the master door jamb was set. The measurement from the edge of the jamb to the glazing line on the last sliding panel should be 143 mm to 144 mm in the UK. In the US, this should be 150 mm on the aluminium door and 140 mm on the PVC door. Finally, check the operation of the entire door. If the gap between two panels is not uniform top to bottom, check the track is level and check that the gap between the bottom of the panel and the bottom track is the same on both sides of both panels. If that gap is inconsistent, check that all 4 reveal adjusters are fully retracted. If required, adjust to ensure the gap is consistent. If the movement of the door is stiff, check the top track is level. Check if any fixings are inhibiting the movement of the door. Check there are no obstructions to the movement of the door. If the magnets are not holding the doors in the tilt position adequately, check the surface is clear of debris on each side of the magnets on both sides. If the master door is binding on the jamb, check the setting of the jamb is correct. Also check that the orientation of the jamb alignment block is correct. If the master door is clashing with the keep door, check that the master door is parallel to the keep door. If not, check the level of both doors, both vertically and horizontally. If the door panel is not square, then remove the beads carefully in position and pack the glazed unit evenly to square up the panel. Check the sliding jamb is in a position to allow the keep door to meet the master door as shown earlier. If the door lock is not engaging or deadlocking, or the handle can't be raised adequately, check the operation of the lock in the open position. Check that the keeps are in the correct position. Double check that the top track and bottom track are tightly packed in position at each end of the tracks to prevent any movement in operation. And finally, silicone seal beneath both door jambs.